Alright guys, here we have a quick tutorial to show you how to change the ink cartridges on a Canon iP7250. This one is an edible ink printer, but the same would apply for any printer that's, any Canon iP7250 for normal printing as well. So this printer comes with 5 cartridges. So basically you've got like your big black, your little black, magenta, the cyan and the yellow. And this is a Katie's edible ink printer, so it's like basically the ink is amazing, it's very good, the picture quality is very clear, so it's just a perfect example of edible ink. So basically what you do is, this is your power button here, so you press that. It takes a second, but you'll hear it'll start to kick into gear. So there you go, it's starting to work. So while that turns off on, there's a little button here, so you press that and support it because it comes down quite quick actually. So you support that, then you lift this lid here, it just opens like about 1/4 of the way, and you'll see that that comes across, and it's now basically ready to put in your cartridges. So like I won't show you exactly how to do it, but well actually I will, because this is another thing, and sometimes people say that they're not going in right, and all it is that they haven't clicked in right. So I'll put in a big black for you. If you see, it's got so basically the sizes are pretty obvious. This is quite a wider one, and it's got PGBK, which is the big black. So you put that in and you clip it down. Like if you see there, like even me, it does take a little bit of pushing in, and that's because it needs to be set snug in the printer, and there's like a red light, so you know it's all ready to go. So this is the little black. So again, just make sure it's all the way back to back. Give it a little push, and again the red light comes on. Here's the magenta. Again, it just has to make sure it's at the back, and you push it down. Now if you're pushing it and it's literally not going in, take it out, have another look at it, and usually there's a reason for that. You haven't pushed back to the back properly. So they go in kind of, if you see it, kind of an angle, and then push down. So again, I'll clip it in. Again, the red lights come on. There's the yellow, same thing. And if you get a close look at that, you'll see that it's got all the red lights are on. So basically that is ready to go. So what you do then, you like put back down the lid, and you can hear it. It takes a second, and it's just working its way, setting itself up, and that is perfectly normal. It takes a second. Yeah, and that is it. So what I'll show you now as well is, we'll just say very often people have their cartridges in and they've put them in, but they've never actually taken them back out, because if you need to replace the cartridges, which obviously will at some stage, it's basically the same thing in reverse. So what we do is we lift the lid. So if you can see, it's got a crease here. It doesn't, like a lot of printers, they open, the whole lot opens, but this one only the front opens, just because that's where the cartridges are. So what we do is we open it up. So it'll take a second to come across. It's just perfectly normal. And like I said, this is really good Katie's edible ink. It's just such a good product. So we'll just say, if there's anything wrong with your cartridges, the lights will go out, or if there's any kind of issue, very often the lights won't be on, but very often it's just empty. So this is how you take them out. You've got this little lip here, this little plastic piece. You push that back, you see the lights come on, and again, be very gentle, because you don't want to damage. The actual printer. It's got these little pins in here. If you have a close look at that, there's like these little brass pins, and they read the chip on the cartridge until so basically that's what sends the signal between the printer and the cartridge. So again, this is the black one. Just push it out and you'll feel it just popped up a bit. Again, be very gentle taking it out. And the yellow, again, you can hear it releases itself. Very good design actually to get them out. It's way easier to get them out than in. And there's your big black. and then there's your cyan. So it's also when you're changing cartridges, it's often very useful to have a look at these pieces in here. So that's where the cartridge ink goes in. So what you might find, I'll just put on a little light we have here and just show you, which is really helpful. So you can see there was a magenta. So what you might find sometimes is that there might be excess ink, like maybe even a dried bit of ink, and you'd be surprised how quickly the ink can dry out. So it's not a bad idea when you're swapping cartridges just to give these a little wipe with a warm damp cloth. Like, don't use anything that's going to leave bits behind it. So like, you know, maybe a microfiber cloth or something, just give it a little wipe, and you know, it all helps to keep the printer working well. And you know, basically the cleaner your printer is, it's going to really help in the long run. All right, thank you very much.